Your love is like radiant diamonds bursting inside us. We can't.
Hi everyone, welcome back and happy Easter. It is still Easter time for a while. So we are going to continue to celebrate Easter today by making resurrection rolls. Have any of you ever heard of resurrection rolls? They are very, very good. So we're going to be down in the kitchen today. If you are going to make this at home, you are going to need some butter or a butter substitute, some cinnamon and some sugar, and some marshmallows, regular size, and then one tube or can of crescent rolls. So the pre-made dough that comes in the triangle shapes. And that will be it. So let's go into the kitchen and get started. Okay, so we are down in the kitchen. We have all of our ingredients ready to go. So to recap, we need some marshmallows, regular sized, and some crescent rolls, and some melted butter, and then some sugar and cinnamon mixed together as well. And you're going to need a cookie sheet and some parchment paper to line it with. So to start off, we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And while that's preheating and warming up, this is a good time to review or read John chapter 19. All right, it'll buy you a couple minutes. But mine is just about good to go, so we're going to get started. So this recipe for resurrection rolls, by the way, that's what we're making, has a lot of symbolism in. So this is really, really good for younger kids. It's really good for older kids too, but it's just a lot of symbolism. So with our parchment paper, I've already lined my cookie sheet here, but we're going to explain how the parchment paper is going to kind of symbolize the burial cloth or the burial linen that was used back in Jesus's time to wrap bodies in when they were to be buried. So like the one that Joseph of Arimathea gave and wrapped Jesus in. So that's what our parchment paper is symbolizing. And then we are going to grab one marshmallow and one of our crescent rolls, one of our pieces of dough. So our marshmallow is going to symbolize Jesus because he is white and stainless and sinless. All right. So we are going to dip, roll, dunk our marshmallow, symbolizing Jesus, into our melted butter. And this is symbolic of the oils that were used for anointing a body. And once you've done that and it's all covered up, you're going to then cover it with the cinnamon and sugar. And the cinnamon and sugar is going to symbolize the spices that were used to prepare a body, also as in accordance with the Jewish custom. And then after it's all covered and coated, you're going to put your marshmallow, you're going to wrap it up in one of your pieces of dough. And you just want to make sure it's all the way covered. So it's okay if it doesn't look beautiful. We're just trying to make sure it's all the way covered. And you're just going to be able to kind of pinch it close. So we're not going for beauty here. Just make sure it's all the way closed up so you don't see your marshmallow. All right? And when you have that all done, you're going to put it on your baking sheet. And you're going to just do the rest of the marshmallows and crescent rolls until you're all done. Okay, so I rolled up all of my resurrection rolls and I'm going to go put them in the oven for 8 minutes. And then we'll see what happens when we take them out. All right, so my resurrection rolls are done. I took them out of the oven and I have one here and I just waited for it to cool a little bit. So now you're gonna pick up your roll and we're gonna open it up. And remember, the roll represented the tomb and our marshmallow represented Jesus. And when I open it up, oh my goodness, it's still a little warm. Kind of hard to see, but Jesus is gone. The tomb is empty, just like it was on Easter. Okay, so if you haven't already, you can go back and read John chapter 19 if you didn't do that while your oven was preheating. And now you can read John chapter 20 verses 1 through 18 while you eat your delicious resurrection rolls. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining us today. Come back tomorrow and we are going to have another activity, another thing to help us celebrate Easter. All right, we'll see you then.